So, for those of you that have seen the show previously, or if you're first here, what we do now is we get into some hot guys, some cold guys, and we look to get into the medical room. So to start off with, I've just got to find it. We're getting to the hot guys. This is why I'm hot. And for Asa, if you're in the chat, sorry, the gunshot, it gets him every time.
No, you know what? Don't care. Today, he can cop it.
Oh, that's right. He's a Geelong supporter, isn't he? Maxi, we'll start with Maxi Gawn, mate. 138 Supercoach points, 51 hitouts in an extremely heavy stoppage game. He's going to be the number one ruck this year. I got him.
Yeah, I think that's pretty comfortable to say that Gawney will be. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Yeah. Rayner, what a game. 137 Supercoach points, 25 touches, was playing as the extra midfielder. He can lead up and get some big scores, but his floor is quite low. So buyer beware if you do go with him. Dunkley, 122 Supercoach points, 30 touches, 122 Supercoach points. He plays well against the Cats too, who they've got this week, and he's at 600k. Zorko in his new roll across halfback looking really nice. 116 Supercoach points. Body worries, but you know what? We've got the same worries with Yo, and he's dominating. He does have that forward option, and we could bring him in this week. What about our GWS backline player in Lockie Whitfield, Skiddy?
I think we can pretty much do the whole GWS backline here because Iden, Whitfield, and Ash all played absolutely ridiculously good games. So I reckon they're all hot guys, all north of 105 Supercoach points. Jack Steele is probably one of the hottest of hots right now, 143 this week. I don't think he's gone under 120. He's looked phenomenal. Brad Hill gets a nod in the hot guys this week, 132 Supercoach points. Great game from him, but yeah, just buy beware that he does this from time to time and then goes into a hole afterwards. Rowan Marshall would be one of the hottest if he could put in two halves of footy, but 120, we still take that. Isaac Rankin definitely gets on this list, 122 Supercoach points against Carlton. Let's just remind you that the Crom beat the Baggers this week. You're welcome. The Hinges Minge, 125 Supercoach points. Definitely belongs on here, doesn't he, Horse?
Yeah, he does. He'll be, I reckon he's over 500k now with Malera out. He's just going to get so much of the ball across half back.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, mate. And then
494k that now.
494, nice. We'll go on to the highest averaging player so far this year, and that's Sammy Walsh. He's averaging 166, one game. Let me just preface that. But yeah, geez, he's back in a big way. Not this week, but looking at next week, as he's not on the bubble yet. Want to see if the back holds up for next week's game. The Diddley, Sam Flanders, I think he's been on this for pretty much every single game besides the round one. So that's not to say that the Diddley's in there. I think we can just go through the whole of the Suns midfield just because they dominated Hawthorn, Matt Rao. Noah Anderson, Took Miller. Yeah, all of them absolutely dominated this week.
And Graham. Yeah. Sam Clossy, 102k defender. You're bringing him in this week. You have to. Yeah. And if you don't, you're just going to burn yourself. A break even of minus 174. The man, if he scores over 102 this week, will be the record holder for the most points scored in his first 3 games of AFL footy as a rookie priced player. Will Graham, 117k defender, mid, dual position, 67 last week, 91 this week, 14 tackles this week. Looks to be an automatic inclusion now.
What is his break even?
I'm going to get it for you right now, mate, because
thank you.
I'm going to guess probably minus 70, minus 91.
Right. Oh, how delicious is that?
Yeah, and if he scores 44, he's going to make you 62k.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Oh,
we're getting him in.
A few players, plus Combin, there's a few players that we need to get in this week, if you haven't already.
Zach Butters, 130 Supercoach points, 24 touches, 9 tackles. Another good game by him. Rosie, 125 Supercoach points, 26 disposals and 6 tackles. Houston, 26 touches for his 121 Supercoach points. Luke Ryan, 145 Supercoach points from 24 touches, 11 marks, and scored 74 Supercoach points in the last quarter. The big kahuna, Josh Tracy, the big country, He gets a mention because he was just fucking unbelievable, but you're not picking him in your Supercoach side. 135 Supercoach points. Hayden Young, he's been on here 3 weeks in a row now. 114 Supercoach points, 27 touches, 6 tackles. He just keeps on performing and will be priced. I'll have to check in a sec, but about 535K from the top of my head. Now, I have trouble pronouncing this guy's surname. First name, Elliot. Surname. And what did he do?
Oh, just a lazy 157. Massive game by him. Really liking him. Defender as well, mid. Oh, yes, please, Elliot. Yeah. If you grabbed him at the start, how good's that?
Well done.
We can't do this without our top point scorer for the round, Jakey Waterman, 176, but not Supercoach relevant. Don't get too over the top with that. We're definitely putting Harley Reid in here because, my God, what an absolute ripping game he played. Really, really like that game from Harley. I guess we could throw in there with Bolton also there, even though they lost to West Coast, but Bolton, Rioli, Lafau. Yeah, I'll put Lafau on there as well. I thought he had a ripping. You can both in there. Harry Shee's gone. Cheezel, yep, absolutely a hot guy. Just another 159. Currently has an average of 34 disposals this year, so he's absolutely taking the piss. Yep, can't say much more else about that. Screw it, I'm going to put in the pow. I'm putting in the Catalina wine mixer into the hot guys. He's back, baby. Pow.
For those of you playing at home.
I think he looks solid in there, still playing kind of defensive role, but also able to get on the offensive. If Cherry can actually get it to him, then he will do a lot better than that. So pretty easy to be able to where it comes from. Jezza, easily in the hot guys, 140 Supercoach points, 21 disposals, 6 goals. No worries there. And Tommy Stewart, just one of the hottest guys that you can get. He's just so bloody good at football, Horse.
He's a good footballer, isn't he?
Good model as well on his ads. Does great work on the TV.
Yep, and I love his little country segments that he puts on Instagram too. To let us know how the cows are going. But
good bloke.
That's our hot guys this week. Let's move into our cold guys.
Oh yeah.
And to start us off, we're going with Caleb Windsor.
Yep. See you later.
He's just got to go, doesn't he?
Yeah. The wing role is his job security is good, but shit, it's just mounting to enough, and it's time to go. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll do it.
Get that garbage out of here!
Get the finger ready. Harvey Gallagher, just yuck.
He's gone.
Thanks. Yep, absolutely. This one is close though, Horse. I don't think it needs the sound effect though.
Okay.
But I think the boner's flaccid and it's time to sell the boner.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
It's close. I'm only saying that. I think he can still go okay scores from here to there. You probably don't. It's not an immediate sell or anything like that, but he's definitely cold, and it's purely because the Wang is overtaking the boner, and that's all that's all that is. And Sinclair's also there as well, but he doesn't have a funny nickname, so screw it.
Yeah,
Wang's the one there. But Dawson, are you going to play the sound effect for him? Oh, that seems so bad to do it to Jordan Dawson.
I know, but you know what? He's been really, really bad this year.
Yeah.
Really bad. I'm just bringing up some stats here, but holy God. He's got a break even of 131. He's lost 130K already this year. He's projected to lose another 25K on the weekend, which means he's going to be priced at 490K next week.
Yep. But he plays Essendon this week.
Flagged on. He'll score 40.
And let's just preface it as well.
Yeah.
Essendon don't win 2 games in a row because Ben Mackay is incapable of doing that. It's his fault, the team's fault. But that's just what happens. So,
well, they played Adelaide Oval too.
Yeah, and Essendon do give up a lot of Supercoach points to midfielders. So I guess we'll retract this and see how well he plays after you've just played the bloody soundtrack for him.
Oh.
He's going to come out and have 130 and absolutely belt you.
I hope he does. And then I'll bring him in.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Keane, nope, he's cold now after, but also too had a lot to deal with Curnow and Mackay.
Yeah.
Josh Draper, no.
Are we doing it?
Oh yeah.
He's gone.
Now this one pains me to say, but yeah, Colby McKercher, it's time. You've got to, you got to sell him now. The rib injury now, I think it was already time that he's pretty much about priced out anyway. So he'd already made us, 130K. So he did his job, but yeah, he's about priced out. And the fact that they're even bringing him into the midfield a bit more is just hurting him. So he doesn't get that halfback role that we expected. So unfortunately, it's time to get rid of Colby. Don't you dare play the sound. Jai Clark, though, you can play the sound for this.
He's gone.
Oh, get stuffed. He gets a 2. 2? Oh, get bloody. Geelong, what are you doing? You're killing me. I thought out of all the games,
and he's got a break. He's got a break even of 73 this week.
Yeah, no, I'll see you later. He's got to go. But I'll tell you what doesn't hurt, Horse. Playing it for Jaden Short. Get him the fuck out of here. Get that garbage out
of here. He is absolutely gone.
Gone. Josh Draper from Freo. Oh, yeah, you can play the soundtrack for him.
Yeah, no, we already have. But we'll do it again because get
him out of here.
We're just reiterating the fact that you got to get him out.
Yep, absolutely. I think you can just do it for Jai Newcomb too, because that was shit. There it is. 10 touches. 10? Actually, you know what? Horse. Sorry. I shouldn't just single out Jai Newcomb. The whole of the Hawthorn midfield, besides Meek. Get that garbage out of here. Well deserved. If you get out disposed by one player from the opposing team, that is an absolute joke. My God. Mm-hmm. Let's get stuck into a bit of injury report.
Now, there was quite a few injuries from this round, and we start off by Thursday night. Christian Salem early on popped a nasty handy and was ruled out immediately once he got to the bench. Looks set for a 4 to 6 week stint on the sideline. So for those of you that held Howes, you could trade him off this week because he's got a bye, but because it's best 18, if you don't have to, I'd nearly hold him for another couple of weeks and try and make some more coin out of him.
Yep, I agree there. I know there's going to be an opening as well because Salem had that halfback defender kind of role, and I just can't. I'm going to have to dig into it a bit more because I'm not 100% sure who that actually affects the most. But tune into our Wednesday show and we'll have the answers for you.
Liver.
Oh, wait. They have the bye. Don't worry about it.
Liver.
Yeah.
Man, that was ugly.
Ankle.
And Bevo muddied the waters by coming out in his post-match interview and saying that he had a sore ankle, which we all knew was bullshit. He will miss next week now because it has been determined that he is under concussion protocols. Again, for those of you that didn't see it, seeing him just walking along and then his arms dropping and his head dropping and then hitting the deck, being motionless for a couple of seconds. Parrish and I forget the other Western Bulldogs player running across to see if he's okay and kind of helping him up, and then he runs off. There's something more neurological going on there. And from us at Insight Fantasy Sports team and for our viewers, our spectators, everyone that cares about footy and your health, Libba, hopefully you're okay, mate. And it might be one game of footy, but as long as you're okay, that is the main thing. Same 100%. With Sam Taylor. Fuck, that looked nasty, mate.
Oh, Jesus. I hated seeing that. That was absolutely horrible. And seeing it on the first one, you thought his head just whiplashed into the ground, but then you see it again and he collides heads with steel. Then his head whiplashed while he was already unconscious. That sucks. That is a horrific one. Hate to see that. Glad to hear that it's no structural damage or anything like that to his neck or spine. And hopefully he recovers well. And all the best to Sam Taylor. And then another one, a big blow for the Giants here. Seven Cornelio has done a knee. It's not an ACL, which is good, but at the start of the last quarter he did that, but he will probably miss a few weeks due to that knee.
Definitely will. Briggs hurt his shoulder during this game too. Watch this space if he misses time. Kelly got a knock to his ribs, Josh Kelly, but he should be fine. Sard and McGovern from Carlton both did hammies. We'll update you as soon as we know the extent. So that'll be on Wednesday night, but both look set for extended time on these sidelines. Maxi King injured his knee. I'm reading here, it's come across as a jarred knee, so he may miss this week. So we'll have to see with him.
It looked pretty bad in the fact that he was like, when he was talking to the medic and he was like pointing to the inside of his knee, and you were like, oh shit, that's an ACL. And then he ran it off. But like, we've seen players run off on an ACL before, but good to hear that it's just a jarred knee. So he'll have a couple of weeks off. Matty Roses for the Gold Coast Suns, he suffered a hammy injury. Reports say it could be about a 4-week injury. So if you have Tom Berry still in your team, it's not time to get rid of him yet, because
he scored 88 on the weekend.
88 he did, and I know that's because they played Hawthorn and there was down there a lot, but Roses does get a shitload of it when it goes down to the Gold Coast forward line. Tom Berry's going to be able to see a little bit more of it. He's going to be able to push up and get a bit more. So don't mind that for him. Zerk Thatcher from Port, he's cleared of his injured shoulder in a tackle, then another tackle, then a marking contest, and then he ran into the post. Poor bastard got hit in that shoulder 4 times in the space of about 5 minutes. I felt so bad for him because I saw he grabbed the shoulder the first after the tackle, and then he did it 3 other times. I'm like, you poor bastard. So glad to say that scans have confirmed that there's no serious injury there, which is good. Colin McKercher, this one really hurts. Injured ribs, don't know the extent, would be surprised if a few weren't broken. I'm just worried about which ribs he's done, Horse, because he ran into a full-on contest with Jeremy Cameron, and Jez's elbow hit him fairly high in the sternum. So I'm worried that it's actually some of his higher-up ribs, which is he has got broken ribs. Thank you, Junkie. And I'm worried that they're higher-up ribs that he's broken, because they're the ones that are closer to your internal organs and actually take a little bit longer to heal. So he could miss a few weeks there.
Yep. And then Jaden Short, we've already played his get him out of here, but he's done a calf. Could be a 3 to 4 week calf as well, which may open things up for the likes of Rioli.